able to make it, then we will send it in an email. We'll wait a couple more minutes for some more people to log in. Kathleen, can you just be sure to check the email in case anyone emails and is like, oh my God, I can't get in. Does that make sense? Okay. Wow, computer, do as I say. Okay, Emerald team. So we have Lauren's mom. We have Leela's mom. We have Olive's mom. We have Alexis's mom. We have Kennedy's mom. Maylee's mom is not going to be here because she's in main company.
Mm-hmm. And
is there someone waiting? Okay. Admit. Is there more than one Joanne? Journey, we're waiting on Simone and Crystal and Miss Key. Okay. That's okay. Well, I don't want to be meeting forever, so we're going to go ahead and get started if that's okay with everybody. Hello, you all know me. My name is Lauren Kelly, and I am the owner of Music in Motion Dance Studio, and I am also the director of the dance company as well. The dance company, however, is a big team, okay? So not only is it a fabulous way for the students to participate in teamwork, it's also really in a collaborative effort among the artists, the choreographers, the rehearsal directors, and all the teachers here at Music in Motion as well. So you will be hearing a majority of information regarding Dance Company coming from me. If it's coming in an official capacity, such as an email or something like that. However, we have the lovely Miss Jessica Wolf, has been teaching here for as long as I've been here, 5 years, and before I was even here. And she was also a dancer at Music in Motion as well. So if you continue to dance at Music in Motion, then you can strive to be a dance teacher as a career. Highly recommend. But she is our Emerald team director. So she is in charge of a majority of the communication and the relationship that she has with your students. Miss Jessica is absolutely fabulous. She has been doing it for many, many years. You should feel more confident to have her as the Emerald team director than me. She's better at it than me, which is why she does it. She's also a special ed teacher at an elementary school in the Virginia Beach City Public Schools. She has a 15-month-old daughter?
Yes.
15-month-old daughter as well. So a lot of information Miss Jessica is going to discuss with your students actually literally in class. And your students will come home and they will say, Miss Jessica told me I need to get such and such pair of tights, or I need to clean my shoes, or I need to make sure that I have, something, or the time to show up at competition is at such and such time. So we try to repeat a lot of information that's appropriate to the students, just so that we have we're hitting as many communication avenues as possible. Mm-hmm. So I will let Miss Jessica introduce herself and her vision for the Emerald team this year. And then we'll get into some nitty gritty about calendars and schedules and so on.
Hi, friends. So like Miss Lauren said, I've been doing this for a long time. I absolutely love Emerald team. So this year, a lot of your students, this is their first year, and it's so exciting because they're all so happy and ready to do everything, and they're so in it. So my main vision for this year is really just to embody that togetherness, that spirit. They're just really pumped for everything dance, and that is so beautiful to see. And so I really want to keep that going. We have been working really hard. I don't know if they've already told you, but we're almost halfway done with our dance already. And that's like astronomically amazing. That doesn't normally happen this early on with Emerald team. So we have a very great group of kids this year. I'm super, super excited. And they're all getting along so well. Joy's mom is popping in, so I'm gonna let her in.
I got it.
Yeah, it's an islander. So,
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. When I know they're all very excited for our competition. So when we go, I'll be with them every step of the way. I'll be like your meeting point. I'll take them to where they need to go. I'll be backstage with them, and then I'll find you guys. I will be your main contact for a lot of things. I believe my phone number is on the directory. So if you ever need to reach out to me, feel free to do so. Texting is the best way to get a hold of me. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. It's going to be a really fun year, especially now. I know last year was different with all of our COVID stuff. So hopefully we can get some sort of normalcy again.
Yes, very exciting. So I think the most important thing that to discuss with you guys is going to be our calendar. So I am going to start with the calendar, and I would like you to know that I will be emailing all of these documents to you separately in an email with a review of the meeting and all of the information here. So if you like things printed out, you can print it out, you can stick it up on your fridge, or you can just refer back to the company meeting email. So what I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen, and we're going to take a look at the calendar first. This calendar includes information for not only our senior team, but also our Emerald team. So not every date on this calendar is referring to the Emerald team. So classes have started. We have done the Neptune Festival Parade. The Suffolk Peanut Festival performance this weekend is not happening. We did not get into that in time, but I did put some fun stuff on here. So for example, on Saturday, the 23rd, we are having a pumpkin painting party. That is, not required. I just wanted to let you guys know that it's a fun thing for the students to participate in. We are looking to do an outing this fall. We've looked into Howl-O-Scream. We're also looking into the Adventure Park. We would like to invite the Emerald team to join us, but we do not have details on what that outing will be just yet. Typically, in a normal year, it would be a car wash in September. The entire team participates in a car wash, and then we usually have a pool party afterwards before the season starts. But unfortunately, a lot of the places were not hosting car washes the end of this summer and beginning of September because they were afraid of COVID stuff that was happening. So I just want to let you know to be on the lookout. There is still a possible team outing. It's kind of like a kickoff event where everyone hangs out together, but we don't have the dates or details on that yet. Your first very important date is going to be Saturday, January 29th. On Saturday, January 29th, we're going to be having an all-day rehearsal. So the all-day rehearsal involves the students arriving at 8 a.m., doing a group warm-up with the entire team at 8:30, bringing their costumes, and then we sit them down and we do a run-through in costume of all of the dances. Once the run-through is complete, we have the Emerald team dancers go into a separate room, and they will have a rehearsal, usually about an hour, maybe a 90-minute rehearsal, depending on what they need. So you can expect them to be at the studio until at least 12. We do like to get them out a little bit earlier. So at least 11 or 12 for the Emerald team on Saturday, January 29th. But do put this on your calendar because it is required for all dancers. We are planning on taking, well, we had originally planned on taking the Emerald team to just one competition. So they do one dance that is outside of the recital, plus we do the events like the Neptune Festival and so on. I would like to poll you guys and ask you if you would like them to do two competitions, because it is nice for them to get the opportunity to perform the one time, but a lot of times they might feel like they loved it so much, they want to go back, they're having so much fun, but also they can improve on their original performance and go again. So let's talk about the dance competition. The first one that we have scheduled is the Platinum Dance Competition. It is Friday, February 4th through Sunday, February 6th. The way dance competitions work is that they schedule an entire weekend, and then once all of the entries are paid and entered, then they sit down and they come up with a really big, complicated schedule. So unfortunately, we do not know which day the Emerald Team Dance will be performing. We usually find that information out from the competition in an email, typically about 2 weeks to 10 days, 14 to 10 days prior to that actual weekend. So you will have to reserve this entire weekend. And then once we have more information, we will email you. They could be called to the competition on Sunday at 2. It could be Saturday at 5 p.m. It could be Friday night at 8 p.m. We're not 100% sure, but once we have that information, we will share it with you. Typically, it will be a daytime, not a Friday, not a late evening. For this age group, it will be a morning or a daytime. We do not know all of the requirements for the competition yet either. A typical competition, we ask the students to arrive 2 hours early from their performance time. So if their performance time is 4, then everyone must arrive at 2. We meet in the dressing room, hair, makeup, practice, warm up, and we do all that kind of stuff. And then they're ready to go onto the stage. Last year, it was not like that because they did something called block scheduling. So instead of having every dance studio in the theater at the same time, mixing and moshing, they did individual dance studios in a block. So all of Music in Motion dances will go, and then all of Miss Tootsie's dances will go, and so on and so forth. So the timing as far as when you have to arrive is not confirmed yet. It will depend on the competition. But like I said, we will share with you all of that information, and it will be very, very clear, hopefully. We do have, do you want to do, I'm sorry, I'm asking Jess this right now. Do you want to have the Emerald Team come to the pre-competition rehearsal, or are you good with just your Thursday? Essentially, we do a run through of every dance.
Yeah. I guess let's block it off for now, and then we can cancel it if they don't need it. Okay. So let's keep that on the calendar for that pre-competition, and then if I'll let you guys know well in advance if we're going to cancel it or not.
Okay. So more information about that. Traditionally, when we're taking students to competition, we always have a pre-competition rehearsal the Friday night before if they're not dancing, if they're not scheduled to dance. It's when the whole company gets together and runs all of the dances. We have found through our experience that the closer to actually going on stage that they get a chance to rehearse, the better they have a tendency to do. So we want to get them in the studio practicing, within 12 to 24 hours of their actual performance. So please also add Friday, February 4th to your calendar for a rehearsal for the Emerald Team to participate in. And if we decide that, they don't really need it after Thursday, they're ready to go, we're fine, we'll let you know ahead of time. Okay, so the second competition we are planning to go to is the Fly Dance Competition, February 18th to 20th. Again, once the actual day and time is narrowed down, we will let you know. Please note also, same thing, there is a Friday, February 18th pre-competition team rehearsal as well. Add that to your calendar, and we'll decide whether or not Emerald Team needs to be there. So now would be a good time to talk about the dues. So we build Emerald Team into the dance studio tuition, essentially, because it's the easiest way for parents to just get in. We build the rehearsals into the week. So Emerald Team, although it is a rehearsal, it is dance company, it is special, we treat it just like a class. That way, it's not confusing that you're dealing with two completely separate things. So you're paying $70 a month for your Emerald Team rehearsal. That includes all of these extra rehearsals. It includes Ms. Jessica's payroll. It includes the other teachers that might be coming in as well. The one thing that it does not include is a costume. So just like the recital dances, you will pay $85 on November 15th for your Emerald Team costume, just like you will pay for your Jazz One costume or your Lyrical One costume or whatever other class you happen to take. Included with the costume, every dance company member gets 2 pairs of tights. That way, if they run one, then they have a backup, their hairpiece, and all of their accessories. Okay. There are a couple of additional options as well I will lay out for you. You may have noticed a makeup kit as an option. So we will have the kids need to wear makeup to dance on stage. You can purchase a makeup kit from us. It comes with everything except for eyelashes and foundation, blush, proper color eyeshadow, proper color lipstick, proper color lip liner, and all the brushes that go along with it. So it's a cohesive color. If you choose not to purchase the makeup kit, that's totally cool, but I will give you a list of recommended items so that we stay within the same color palette for everybody's faces for when they go on stage. Yeah, so does anyone have any questions? Am I just like talking? I feel like I'm just talking a lot. Okay. So we had originally planned on only taking the students to one competition. We have to pay to go to competition. Those dues are included in your tuition. You don't have to pay extra for that. And one is included. However, if you guys are interested in doing 2, the group dance fee is $55 a dancer. So if you are interested in doing 2, we can talk about it as a group, and we can do both Fly and the Platinum Dance competition, and you would just have to pay that extra $55 in order to get into the competition. Okay, continuing onwards down the calendar, we do take a travel trip. The Emerald Team does not come. We will likely perform at the Richmond Raceway. We haven't yet decided if the Emerald Team will come, but it will probably be just the older girls. We are going to do a car wash in April. Car wash is one of our biggest fundraisers. It is the only fundraiser that Emerald Team members are required to participate in. The older girls have to do lots and lots of fundraisers, but you guys only have to do one. And the reason why is that it's primarily a team event. It's fun. Everyone gets together. We splash around. We make some money. We'll go out to dinner or have a pool party or something like that afterwards. And of course, we have the recital, which is scheduled for the weekend of June 11th and 12th. These dancers will perform their Emerald Team dance in the recital in addition to all of their other dances. And we always have a spirit party at the end of the year that's completely paid for by the dance company. We'll pick a fun outing. In the past, we've gone to the Adventure Park or Ocean Breeze or Busch Gardens, and we'll go, and it'll just be kind of a closeout to the season. We'll give out some awards. We'll do a recap. So the spirit party is super fun too. So this is our calendar. I will clean this calendar up, add some stuff to it, and it will be in an email to you. There are some new dates on the calendar that we have not yet confirmed, but I want to inform you of them. We're looking at doing 2 additional parades. The parade was so much fun. I have a long list of ways to make it better. So I'll be working on that. But we would like to do the beach parade at the ocean front. It's the Virginia Beach Holiday Parade at the ocean front. That's scheduled for October 4th. December 4th. Let me look at the time. I think it's in the evening. It's at 5:30 p.m. Okay. And then we're also looking at the Suffolk Parade, which is on December 11th. That's also an evening, Saturday at 7 p.m. At least one of these will be mandatory for the entire team, just so you know. We will have a parade if we do confirm these, which I will let you know confirmed. If we do confirm these, we will have a parade rehearsal on a Friday, and it's going to be, I have to find it. I think it's November 19th. Yes, November 19th from 5:30 to 7, we'll have a parade rehearsal. so that they can learn all the details about what to do. So those are dates that are not on the calendar, but I'll add them when I do email the calendar to you. Okay. Is everybody doing okay? Does anybody have any questions so far? Yeah. Where is everybody? They're all here. Yes. Okay. We are going to move on to class requirements. Okay. So this is important information. Many of you have students who have been dancing at Music in Motion for several years already. And what's that? Oh, there is a question. I'm going to have to come get the girls. Okay. Anyone else have kids in class right now? I think it's just two in. Okay, perfect. All right. So dance company comes with a certain level of commitment. We choose these dancers to participate in dance company because we think that they have a lot of potential, and that if we were to work with that potential, that they can grow so much more as dancers. So taking class is a lot of fun, but the extra rehearsals, the extra performances, not only does it create a fun sense of community, maybe you were never into soccer and you're like, well, what do I do? How do I be a part of a team? You do it with dance. But also the more practice you get, the better and faster you will get as a dancer. And that's going to be something that they're going to be really proud of and excited about. And it's also something that you'll be able to see and witness as a parent. And plus you get to go to all the extra performances too. And you get to see that and feel that excitement up front, which is really just one of the coolest things of being a parent is seeing your child succeed. That being said, we do ask you to commit, and that comes with some requirements. The requirements that we have for dance company for Emerald Team are not really written out as something that's very super strict. Essentially, we just ask that you respect the time and effort that we are putting in as dance teachers, and the students and the parents give back that same level of respect and care to their dances and to the studio and to what they're working on. So for example, this document primarily discusses the intermediate and senior team. However, attendance requirements are pretty much there. If you're scheduled to be in class, you should be in class, not just Emerald Team, but for all your classes. If you miss a class, we would like you to try and make it up. So come to another class. That way you're learning and you're continuing to move, and you don't have to wait a whole nother week. I mean, a lot can happen in a week if you're sitting on the couch. Obviously, if you're sick, don't come. But if you can sit and watch, then sit and watch and take notes. We do ask that the students prepare for rehearsals, but I'll let Miss Jessica talk a little bit more about what she expects of the dancers, doing at home and coming to class and all that kind of stuff.
So with Emerald Team, what in the past, and I have not said this to your students yet, we just haven't gotten to that point. Once we finish the dance, I do require them to bring a notebook and a writing utensil to class. And throughout the class, when I'm giving corrections and we're going over things, I will have them write them down. And that way, when they're at home and practicing, they can refer back to their notebook about, oh, I need to straighten my leg when I'm doing this cartwheel, and I need to do X, Y, and Z when I'm doing this part of the dance. That way, they have those written reminders of what we have worked on in rehearsal, and having that extra media for them really helps and will bring their technique up a level. And that's, ultimately our goal is we want them to be the best dancer they can be. So it's super, super important that they come to class. I understand, if you're sick or right now with the COVID exposures, yes, please stay home. If you are able to watch, or if you need to log in via Zoom, we can set that up for you. And that way your dancer can still watch from home. And if they have their notebooks, this is the perfect time for them to be taking notes for when I'm, saying corrections or we're going over things. With my dances and with Emerald in general, it's a little bit different of a caliber than what you would get in like your regular jazz class. it's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of different pieces that go into company dances. It's not just, everyone's on stage, we're going to switch lines, everyone gets to see everybody. That's it. That's the end. There are a lot of different groups that come on and off. They do different things. I have them doing different partnering work. And so it's very, very important that they come to class. Obviously, like I said, unless they're sick or any of those COVID exposures. So I really need them to be there. The best way for me to choreograph and for them to practice and they get the feel for everything is to have everybody there. If you know your child's going to be absent, please, please, please let me know. Either text me or send an email to Music in Motion, and then Miss Kathleen can let me know, and that way we can kind of plan ahead. And if you are able to watch from home, we can set up that Zoom link. I can make sure it's up and recording for when we're in class.
Yay, Zoom.
Yeah, yeah. That's one great thing about this pandemic. Zoom has been awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, and same with the extra rehearsals. Super, super important that they come, especially for the ones when all the company's going to be there, because I have the older girls watch them, and then it gets them used to performing in front of an audience, and they get to kind of show off for, the other company members. And it does give a nice confidence boost for them. And, and they'll get feedback from their peers, and sometimes they listen better to their peers than if they just hear me all the time telling them the same things, point your feet here. But if someone, one of their big siblings say it, then they're like, oh, I'm going to do it now. And then voila, we have this great finished piece. So yeah, super, super important. Obviously we understand life happens, so please just keep us in the loop if anything does happen and they are not able to come.
Yeah. Yes, notice is super important. Has everyone received the spreadsheet of the company contacts? I think I have to go back and double check that I've invited everybody to that spreadsheet, but I also have a printed version of the contact list that includes my information, Jess's information, Jay's information, the other Jess as company directors, as well as every student and parent in the dance company and their emails and phone numbers as well. So yes, Jillian, I don't think you have it. So I will make sure I get that out to you. But it's super great because if you need a parent to help back you up for carpools or you're running late or something like that, it's super great for parents to connect as well. Yeah, so let's move on. Speaking of bigs and littles and so on, we do have, we don't call them big and little sisters because we do have gentlemen dancing with us. However, we do have families at Music in Motion. So every year we assign the students to an older dancer. That way they can be mentored by that older dancer. But we also do some fun things with our families, such as giving them a sweet treat at Valentine's Day, writing a note of encouragement at their first performance, and just little things like that. To kind of help the students interact with each other more and also interact with the older students as well. So our Music in Motion Dance Company families, I will include this document in the email too, but essentially you're going to be giving tips, pointers, and corrections to your friends, which also helps to cultivate your skill as a dancer and your ability to speak as a dancer and use dance language. So you're using your brain as well as your body. You're going to be answering questions like, I'm so nervous about dance competition. What should I expect? Do I walk on from the right? Are people staring at me? Are the lights on? Like all those kinds of things will, they can help each other out with. The Emerald Team students are going to gain confidence and grow in their social environment. We want them to begin to learn to include everybody. We don't have any cliques here at the dance studio, so we make sure that it is very important that the students are constantly spreading out and interacting with new kids. So, the dance company as a whole is constantly going to be cheering each other on. Once they get older and they have phones, or if they have phones now, they can take videos of the dance or of corrections and share them with each other so they can work on getting better and remembering the moves. So the requirements for families is that you would give your person a sweet treat at Halloween. You would gift your person a sweet treat at Valentine's Day. You would write a good luck message or maybe a little gift bag before the first competition. And you would also do the same thing, a good luck message, a special trinket at the June show as well, or anything else that you think is special. This is not like I need to go buy a gift. It's like I'm going to put Snickers and like a keychain or something from the dollar store in a bag.
Don't break your bank.
Yeah.
And
$10.
So another thing, like with our families, when we had the parade rehearsal, after I taught the choreography, what I had them do is I had them break up into their families, and as families, they worked on their dance together. And so that way that added some more camaraderie. I had some of the senior dancers, with the Emerald team, and they were able to, help with some of the moves, give corrections. They were able to do it together. And it was a lot of fun. They really enjoyed that. So that's another like nice positive thing that comes from the families when we're all together.
Right. Love it. So these are the assignments. Molly is with Kate Zeringer and Maya. They're both senior dancers. Lauren Roby is with Hannah Otto and Kayla. They are both intermediate level dancers. Joy is with Skylar and Justine. Justine is a senior. Skylar is intermediate. Kennedy is with Hannah Deal and Ava. Ava is intermediate. Hannah is a senior. Leela is with Maddie and Addison. Maddie and Addison are both intermediate dancers, and they are in a duet together. Journey is with Emily and Megan. Megan is a senior. Emily is intermediate. Alexis is with Maylee and Bella. Bella is intermediate. Maylee is intermediate, but she's also in the Emerald Team dance. She is the Emerald Team leader. So the students can feel free to go to Maylee directly as well to help out. And Olive is with Alyssa, who is a senior, and Charlotte, who is in the intermediate level. A lot of these include people of two. So you don't have to do 2 gifts for each person. We'll have to figure that out so that you don't have to buy 2 gifts. I'll figure it out. I'll let you know. And then there are some more families down here because there's only, I think, 9 Emerald Team members. So that's what we have to say about the families. So I am going to stop my screen share and I'm going to check my agenda and see if we have covered everything. Contact list, make sure everyone gets the contact list. Calendar, the extra rehearsals and competition, the makeup bag, the costume cost. Every student did receive a t-shirt and a bag from me. That was included as a company gift to you guys. So there just looks like 2 more things that we need to discuss. The first is another one that does involve money. The team members do wear jackets. Okay, we have team jackets. We are looking at designing new jackets. You might have seen them. They're purple. They have embroidery on the back. They carry their big purple bags around. The older girls do. But we're getting a new design because our current design is kind of dated. So jackets will be required for team members, but we will also have the option if they want a bag, if they want leggings, if they want joggers. We're going to put everything up in an online store. That way you can purchase what you like. But every team member does need to have a jacket to wear so that they represent Music in Motion and the team when they are going to competitions and performances. The price is going to be around $90, unfortunately. That's just what it is to get all of the stuff these days. But once I have more information on that, I will let you know. And the last is the fundraisers. So like I mentioned, we do a couple of fundraisers throughout the year. If you see, something pop up on the music, it's not required for anyone on the Emerald Team, but if you see something pop up on the social media, maybe on Facebook or Instagram, we would really appreciate it if you would maybe share that on your own own accounts, in general, just sharing and tagging Music in Motion so the word gets out and our reach spreads around the community a little bit further. We would be really appreciative of that. We will provide you, the kids get a gift at Christmas. We'll do a t-shirt with sponsorships, not a t-shirt, a sweatshirt with all the sponsorships on the back. We do the spirit night. And we'll do photography as well. So the students will have a photo shoot. We'll share with you those beautiful photos of your kids and feel free to, post them up and say, my kid dances at Music in Motion and isn't she fabulous as a result? Not me. Your kids are fabulous. Yeah, so we also do have the Facebook group where we're going to be starting to post more often. The Facebook group is new this year. We were using an app. The app is annoying. So we're getting used to posting more on the Facebook group. But if you're not yet in the Facebook group, it is called Music in Motion Dance Company 2021-2022. So if you can search for it, but I will also send the link as well so that you can add it as well. So we'll be doing some communicating in the Facebook group as well. So we have covered a lot. It has been less than 45 minutes. Fortunately, this is recording and I do have a list of items that I need to edit and include in an email to everybody. So be on the lookout for that before the end of this week. But if you have any questions, I'm here and y'all are very, very talented dance parents. Like you guys got it. So I'm really happy to be hanging out with you more often and more regularly, and especially the children as well, because they're just so sweet. I love them.
Yeah.
So do you have any closing remarks, Miss Jessica?
I have strongly encouraged all of Emerald team to come to the pumpkin painting party. That is one of our first fundraisers and encourage their friends to come and buy some pastries. You only have to paint the pumpkin if you don't want to. You don't have to do any of that. But we will have the pastries there to be purchased, and that is a fundraiser for our company. And as much money as we can raise, the absolute better. I know it's not a requirement, but I've strongly encouraged them all to come. And the same with the acro clinics. I have strongly encouraged them all to attend. I know that's one of those additional things. I believe it's $10 a kid for us, and for company members, we do get that little discount, which is great. But it's something that will absolutely help them. So if you are available for those acro clinics, please come. If you're available to come to the pumpkin party and buy some pastries, or send your neighbor to come buy a pastry, send them our way. I'll be here. And that way, we, like I said, as much money as we can raise, the absolute better for us.
Because we don't have a showcase on the schedule. We usually do a theatrical show, but after taking 2 years off, it's just been really difficult to get back into the theater for a second show in addition to the June recital. So what was I trying to say? But we are still interested in hoping maybe we can put something together, whether it be in our own parking lot with a put together stage, or maybe down at the ocean front somewhere, one of the outdoor stages. We love doing things that are not competition related as well.
Yeah.
Because dance is full of joy and we want to share that with as many people as possible. Jillian, I will email you the link to the Acro Clinic. And actually there's an email going out tomorrow afternoon with all the information as well. So you'll be on the lookout for that. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? Because otherwise I'm going to go have some dinner.
And if you come up with any questions, by, on Thursday, I'll be here, pop on in, say, hey, Miss Jessica, I thought about this after the meeting. Can you help me with such and such? And if I can't, I'll ask Miss Lauren, and then we will come up with an answer for you.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Well, I am going to say goodbye to everybody, and we will see you on Thursday for rehearsal.
Yes. Thank you guys for meeting with us.
Jazz hands.
Bye.
Bye.